everybody? Welcome back to the Better Barber Podcast. I got my boy Amazing Ant over there. What's up, Ant?
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Amazing Ant. I'm about to come through and give you some of this. Oh, I'm just playing with
That's
you.
my boy. The bars are coming, bro. I feel it. I feel it. You gonna get there, bro. This is what we doing, man. It's the Better Barber Podcast. If you're new to the channel, man, thank you for checking us out. Here at the Better Barber Podcast, we give you our life experiences and our perspectives with the expectations that you'll become a better barber. And if you're not a barber, you just become a better human being all around. And you get to kind of see what barbers think about and the things we go through on a day-to-day and just some of our journeys, man. Ant, man. You was about to spit some bars, man. Like,
I was.
I heard it, man. I heard the desire for it, man.
Right. So let me hold that. Let me hold back.
Man, any new music that has caught your ear lately, man?
I actually been kind of disappointed, man, because like I really was hoping like 2020 where everybody's sitting home
At the end of the year, right?
Man, I was gonna be hearing some good stuff, man. I'm looking like I ain't hear no Drake, no Kendrick Lamar, no J. Cole, nobody, man. I'm just been hitting on some old tunes, you know what I'm saying? Nas, Jay, Pop Smoke. That's about it.
You see, like J. Cole, he released some videos to some old songs.
Right.
Drake, I know everybody wanted Drake to drop before Christmas hit.
I think it's gonna come on Christmas Day. Watch.
We'll see, man.
It's Friday.
We'll see, man. You know, man, our concept of time, by the time people hear this, man, it might be February. Ain't no telling. But Eminem dropped something. I'm not a super huge Eminem fan.
I like that joint though.
I like that one song.
Right.
I don't like a lot of his songs. He's a super lyricist.
He can be too animated sometimes.
No, I mean, I like animation.
Okay.
But he's too of a super lyricist to make good records. That makes sense?
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't. Being able to rap and spit bars doesn't translate to making good records.
Mm-hmm.
And Eminem was one of those people you got to just keep listening to over and over 1,000 times just to appreciate the words. Like, he don't even need beats. He just need to just rap. But that was pretty cool, man. I was looking for some
fire.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of album I need right now, though.
Something.
I don't know. Something to motivate. That's what I need. I need some motivation.
Uplift.
Yeah, some motivation, man. Like, it's an artist I listen to frequently, man. Unsigned artist, independent artist out of Virginia. His name Alexander Mack. And he got an album, man. I can't remember the name of the album, but he's sitting on his first car, which was an old Volvo, man. And it's straight motivation music, bro. Like, oh man, from start to finish, bro. It's about chasing your dreams. Yeah,
that's why I like Victory Lap.
Yeah. Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah,
that old
CD.
Boy. Yeah, I gotta go back on that. You know, I'm playing Victory Lap today, bro.
That's all I listen to, especially like when I'm in the gym, man. I want to zone out, like get that encouragement, like to like grind, like. Yeah.
I listen to something totally different when I'm in the gym.
Right.
I'm listening to
I actually made me a new soundtrack.
R. Kelly, Silk. I listen to slow stuff in the gym.
When I'm on the treadmill,
my breathing.
When I'm on the treadmill, I don't mind listening to R. Kelly. I zone out on Kelly. I actually made me a track listen for that. And I made me a new track list last night.
Yeah, if I listen to something too hype, it throws my breathing off and I'm not gonna get the reps I need to. So I gotta listen to something slow and so I can just push them weights slow, man.
Right.
So I ain't trying to be too hype in the gym, bro. Ant, man, tell me, man, like, we went to different barber schools, man. I went to Cheryl's.
Right.
You went to Harris.
Right.
Do you know any differences? I'm going to tell you what we used to say about y'all at Cheryl's.
Go ahead.
Man, they ain't doing nothing over there but playing cards. Because, hey, look, it's from what it looked like to us when we ride by there. Y'all just outside hanging out, playing cards, chilling on the block.
Well, Mr. Mac can't really go for all them cards.
That's what I was thinking, man. Just meeting Mr. Mac. But, you know, that's what we had as a perspective against y'all school.
Right. And I mean, it looked like that because, you know, you got to think about where the school is. And then it's the parking in the area is, like, really small. So if you all outside, it kind of can throw you off by wrong impression. You know
Come on, tell me, what was y'all saying about Cheryl's, man?
we really didn't have nothing to say about Cheryl. You know what I'm saying? He kind of like always talk highly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like the owner of Cheryl's never said nothing bad about Mr. Mack in that school. It's always a student.
So we was never allowed because he always talked highly. You know what I'm saying? So,
I've heard a few of y'all say this stuff.
It's,
they ain't cutting no hair with that. They doing women hair. They doing roller sets and stuff. They ain't real barber.
You know, you still got to learn it in the book anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why not learn it?
You gonna spend a lot of time there, right?
Instead of just talking about it,
right?
Hands on.
You paying for the information.
Hands on goes a long ways.
You got that right, man. So I talked about this barber school thing, man, because we got a barber right here, man, on our special guest today, man. Man, we got a special guest today, bro. Special, man. I'm excited to have a good conversation with this brother, man. Actually, man, this brother is one of those barbers that I would love to work beside for like 2-3 weeks.
Right.
To learn, to share information, just to get to know him just a little bit better. Yeah, not even just the barber industry, but just life in general. You know what I'm saying? I love the way this brother move. I love what he brings to the table, the professionalism, and just the after being in the game so many years, it's refreshing to see somebody still passionate about what they do,
right? And
want to input some positivity and some encouragement into the next generation, right? So he's out here making better barbers himself, man. So that's so dope, man. Let's go ahead and bring him in right quick, man. We have none other, man, Raleigh, legendary barber. He been in the game 17 years, man. Shout out to Cheryl's University, man. Same school. That's, he came through there and blazed the path before I got there. Brother, I think he run his own shop, man. I'm sure he running a school. He's just doing everything he can, man. Really good professional brother, Mr. Lee McCullers. Lee, what's up with you, bro? You there?
Greetings and salutations, brothers. How are y'all, brother?
Wonderful, man.
Good, man. How are you?
Lee, man, how's things going over your way, man, right now, man? It's a jury day outside, man. Talk to me. What you doing on this Monday, man?
Hey, man, it's a blessed day, man. Outside of planning for the next semester, man, I'm enjoying myself. Got a cup of coffee. Looking at some sports center, man, trying to recuperate, man, and rejuvenate. Again, this is the holiday, we call it, and this is our Super Bowl, man, around this time for barbers.
It's the fourth quarter.
Really, yes, sir. It's crunch time.
Back to school, too, right? And Easter.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, barbers, we got 3 holidays, man. Like you said, Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter, man. Those are our days. And I'm just trying to relax, man, and rejuvenate so I can get back out in the field and go hard the next few days and close out the fourth quarter and, get ready for the first.
Absolutely. Lee, man, I got to run off of, fast questions. I need fast answers. This is going to help all of us understand how our relationship's going to be moving forward, okay?
Okay, great.
Favorite football team?
Dallas Cowboys.
Favorite basketball team?
Individual, man. Not really a team.
Oh, so I can go with that. I can go with that.
Okay.
Well, I was about to cut this short.
Lee, where you from, man?
Raleigh.
Raleigh. Okay, Wake Forest. Nice. What high school did you go to?
Enloe.
All right. Favorite college basketball team?
Carolina.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Yes, sir. Hey, brother, what's up?
Come on, man. Come on. You keep saying, you keep breathing on that
Greatest basketball player of all time?
Michael Jordan.
Where he come from?
Yes, sir.
What school did he go to?
Yes, sir. What do you put LeBron James? Fifth?
Yep, fifth.
All right. It's been good to have you on this episode, Mr. Lee, man. We're going to get you on up. Oh, my God.
Hey, he in the top 5, so I ain't. He put him in the top 5, so I ain't even mad.
I just got a headache.
Look, he put him in the top 5.
My boy like that?
Look,
he didn't have to say he was the best. I was cool with that.
I can live with the top 5. So that means it's 1 through 5. So I could live with that.
Fifth.
Right. He pleaded fifth.
You can take what you want.
All right. I'm gonna leave you alone, man. We see, man. You know, you're a guy with some bad decisions in your life right now with just Cowboys and Tar Heels, and oh my
Hey,
god,
man, come on.
Kobe number 2, huh?
Absolutely.
I knew that. I felt that, man. I ain't mad at it.
Look,
man.
I can respect it.
You know what? One thing,
crazy.
Lee, I always say, man, is I only acknowledge Kobe fans that has Kobe mentality. All these other fans who ain't got the Kobe Mamba mentality, y'all can kick rocks barefoot. But if you go out here, you wake up every day, you chasing your dreams, you going hard, you know, you putting the work in, and it's work over success. Like you enjoy the work. I acknowledge you because, you know, those Kobe fans, you'll see the stuff they doing, and I see that with you, my brother. So salutes to you. You can run with Kobe all you want to. But these cats out here who ain't doing nothing and just talking smack, nah, you can't appreciate that guy because you don't appreciate the work.
Right.
It's definitely a mentality, man, and it translates throughout the just life, period, man. And it's only a few people that I know that actually had that mentality from the sports side of basketball that we're gonna talk about, man. If we're gonna talk about it, that's a killer instinct, man. And of course, Jordan had it. Kobe was definitely next. And it's a mentality of winning. Winning is a mindset, and I always say this to my students: winning is a mindset. Losing is an option. You choose. You know, what do you choose at the end of the day? And all those great players that we named had a dog in them. They didn't give up. They had a mentality of success. Anything short of that is bad. And one of my favorite movies in the world is Talladega Nights. And,
yes, sir.
You ain't first in your lane.
Yes, sir.
That's mentality,
man. Well, that's a classic movie. I don't know why people ain't really rocking with that one, man.
That jump fired.
Is that the best Will Ferrell movie?
I don't know, because I like the other one too, the college one.
Yeah, Anchorman. The college one was what? Dang. He was Frank the Tank.
Right. Yeah.
That was a good one too.
That's the first one I watched.
Forget about Step Brothers.
That's called Old School. Old School. Yeah, Step Brothers. Oh man, Will Ferrell got some classics. Man. My goodness, man. But yeah, that shake and bake, man. If you ain't fresh, you last, boy. That's real, boy. Woo. Man, what keep you up at night, man? What one thing, man, in life right now is keeping you from getting good sleep at night?
Really the world, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
I'm a natural prayer. So with that being said, I don't sleep much anyway, honestly. If I'm not thinking about, positioning myself and my family and making right decisions, I always got my students on my mind. So it's really the world, my world. And what I mean by that is not, across seas. I'm talking about the world that I affect, that's accessible to me. I care. And with that being said, when you care, it's a weight. With that being said, man, I'm up all night, man, warring for my people and covering them for the most part, man. So that's really what keeps me up, man. My people, my world.
That's so real, man. Man, I gotta get my wife on the calls, man. Sometime, man. She talked about something, and we watched Ma Rainey last night. If y'all haven't seen that movie, please watch that movie. Man, it's a lot of talking, ain't no action. It's a lot of talking, kind of like Fences. Okay. Denzel did this movie as well, but it's so many powerful messages in this movie. But I don't want to give it away. But one of the actors asked the other actor, "Where is your God now?" Like, was a lot of stuff. Where was your God? Why he didn't step in? If he's all powerful and he didn't step in and he let you suffer, like, where is he? And he didn't believe in him. And this person, he seen his mom getting raped and her begging for Jesus' help, and Jesus never came to help her. You know what I'm saying? So we were watching that, but my wife had talked about us having challenges and weaknesses and being whole by God's grace.
Right.
And, like, if we didn't have any challenges or weaknesses, will we have to pray? Will we feel the need to pray? I mean,
and if we didn't have challenges, he wouldn't see our integrity.
Come on now. Come on now.
Because we all can praise when everything's going right.
Boy, what?
It's when that cookie crumbles. That's when the truth. That's when he sees the heart.
Yep, you got that right, man. So yeah, man, Lee, I feel you on that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor, I was ready to say hallelujah Saturday night when I hit that $310 million Powerball. I was ready to say hallelujah. That's life-changing money there, boy.
What?
Lord knows I won't be handling it right, though, so he didn't give it to me. I respect it. Lee, man, talk to me, man. You've been in the game 17 years, man. You running a school. What school you at, man?
Central Carolina Community College.
Nice. Yeah. Man, we got to get out there, man. God, man, COVID just kind of ruined a lot of stuff, man. But we definitely got to get out there.
Man, I would love to have you out there, man. In fact, before pre-COVID, we take field trips, and you're definitely on the list, man. For my students to have something to strive for, because I believe exposure, especially from the student aspect of their development, is something that they need to see. Because there's a lot of faults out there, man. It's a lot of myths in the industry that a lot of people just see the exterior, but they really don't get to see the interior of the grind. Your shop was definitely one that is on the list. As soon as we break free from this, and we're on our way, man. I'm just letting you know now. I am going to pull up on you, even if we got to stand outside and look out the window. But they need to see greatness, man, and they need to see it up close and personal. Because one of the things that I really value as an instructor is the perspective of the industry. Because again, a lot of people think, and we heard this coming through Cheryl, that this isn't a hustle, this is a business, and you have to hold yourself accountable for that. But if you don't never see it on that personal level, and I like to say barbering has three landscape or three vision points. I mean, you have it as a customer, the way you perceive barbering, and then you have it as a barber, and then you have it as an instructor. And being an instructor and being able to work, and I've worked in all three facets, or I've been in all three facets, every perspective is different. Very much so. You know, a client is, hey, man, that's my barber. I need him right now. If he can't get me, I'm mad. And then you have your barbers who are literally grinding every day. And then you have, your instructors who are developing and trying to change the mindset of an individual about the industry. And for them to see something and model it that's done right will help with their development.
Absolutely. That's
yes,
real.
Sir.
That's real. I would also, man, I know you got you created that three landscapes, but I'll also say as a shop owner too. Shop owners and the barbers in the shop see the whole thing differently as well. So, and we know some shop owners, man, and it ain't easy, bro. It's a different challenge in itself, So it's a lot going on from every perspective, like you said. Like everyone is right, in my opinion. The customers, the barbers, the shop owner, and the instructors. And I think we all definitely have a task to shape the industry and definitely make it more professional. Customers will do what we allow. You know what I'm saying? Or however we present ourselves, whatever they can get away with. But I think the other three can definitely shape this professional industry. And talk to me, man. What have you done, man? Like what levels in the industry other than, cutting hair and doing the shows? What levels have you done or haven't done that you would like to try?
I think I touched about every level. I've been a barber student. I did cosmetology. I've been a shop owner. I think the only thing that I haven't touched was being an instructor, and that's probably pretty much is on my goal for the next thing.
I don't know if I can handle it. What you think?
It depends on how I operate. maybe not in a classroom setting, but maybe a one-on-one setting.
Yeah.
Like if I'm teaching a class, like a specific thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like a lot of your Kenny Duncans and all these people, Jermaine and all these people, that they have like specific things that they're teaching. I could do like a one-on-one where it's not every day.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do it every day. I think it'd be a lot. It'd be too demanding for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, at the age that I'm at now, like I'll be interested to tapping into it.
Lee, man, I do a little instructing here in my shop, but these are with people that want to be here. Mm-hmm. And it's like 3-4 people, and like I'm just showing or giving my advice at this point. I'm not building from the ground up, and I don't have a couple people who don't want to be here. Talk to me, man, about your challenges. I ain't gonna say your struggles, but the challenges that you face as an instructor.
Okay. One of the hardest things from an instructor standpoint is recognizing the potential in a student that they don't necessarily recognize themselves at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of people, and you hear it a lot. Yeah, I've been cutting for 15 years. You know what I mean?
And they 16.
And right. And you hear them and you understand that. But barbering is so far, the art form and the lifestyle of barbering is totally different from the perspective of most students that's coming in. The challenge is getting them not to physically cut hair. I tell them all the time, I can teach you the book in 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
If you're dedicated, I can teach you in 6 months. The hardest part is changing the mentality of that student on what they're about to go into. Because as you know, I tell my students all the time, the barbering profession is the most gratifying, loyal, I don't think your bestest even isn't a word, but one of the greatest, loneliest, and I put that in capitalization, loneliest industries in the world. And if you don't understand that, and what I mean by that is you can get your dreams through and from behind the chair, but if you do not change your perspective, you won't have any clients to cut. You can't be with everyone. You no longer have those type of relationships that you had as a client, because you are a business. You're a walking business. So getting them, and the challenging part for me that I see is getting these students in and then changing their mindset to make them first believe that they belong in this industry. Only a few do, though, because it's times when I start the semester with 20 students, but I give them that famous college speech: look to your left and look to your right. Somebody's not going to be.
Exactly.
And that's probably the most accurate thing I could possibly tell them is raw and is real, because this is a lifestyle. It's a sacrifice. And I had to first weed out who's willing to make that sacrifice. And I had this, one of my mentors in the educational field, he told me, he said, label your students, man. And I said, what do you mean? He said, you need to label them red, yellow, and green. And I said, well, what does that mean? He said, okay, your yellow students, these are your medians. They can go either way. They can either go red or they can go green. That's your target market, though. Those are the people that you want to invest in. Your green people, you know why they're there. And I'll give you an example of a green student. These students are 9 times out of 10, and I call it not really a midlife crisis, but they switch jobs in the middle of their life. They know exactly what they want. They know why they're there. So they're not going to take the time to mess around. They're going to come in, get their hours, do their work, and they're gone. And then you have your reds. Your reds do everything possible to make it not their fault.
Right.
And they tend to cause chaos. But those yellow students, they can either attach to your green and strive for greatness, or those reds will pull them down every time. So being able to decipher which student and what their personality trait is helps me to distinguish their teaching and learning styles. That way I can go ahead and create what I call an IEP, an individual educational plan, to help motivate them to get through the program.
That sounds great, man. I never even looked at it from that perspective, but that's a real good way to, I guess, eliminate your headache you know, in the process. You know what I'm saying? Because you know who to channel your energy to, and to pour, you know, speak life and pour life into. Because at the end of the day, if you're pouring and watering something that don't want to, you know, it's not willing to grow, it's just like it's water over down.
Right. It reminds me of a parable in the Bible where Jesus talked about being a student of soil.
Right.
Knowing what soil is going to reproduce for you, right? So that's pretty dope, man. And I can imagine that probably go on in many different levels of education, you know, recognizing what student has potential, which ones you got to pour into, which ones is just going to do it. As an instructor, man, recognizing those people in your school, right, in your system, right, or that's coming through the school, you can already tell which one's going to flourish when they come out, right?
100%. 100%. You know it from the first conversation. And even when I do when they come and visit the school for the first time, my first question that I ask them, the last question I ask them is, what do you need from me? And that allows me to hear their heart, because during that time of them coming and looking at the program, interested, you can tell right then. And then, of course, you have to have a spirit of discernment. You have to really pray for it. And I think I'm grateful that God has allowed me to be pretty good at it. I can pretty much tell what it takes or what that student has. And I asked them, what do you want? Are you a worker? Are you an employee? Or are you a boss? Which one? And you have to pick. And if they say boss, that means technically you have to learn everything, buddy. From the ground up. I mean, I want you taking out trash. I want you working the desk. But it also eliminates the I don't want to be here. Because now they know exactly what their pathway is. And you have to be transparent when it comes to asking these students, because this is a different breed of individual compared to when we were in school. And what I mean by that, everything is phone driven, technology driven.
Yeah. And
you have to be able to adapt. I remember when we were at Cheryl's, and shout out to Miss Short. I love her. I owe her my life. If she saw a phone, buddy, then you might as well get ready to go to the crib.
Right.
I mean,
Man, that was $25 over there.
Right.
Oh, and now it's a part of learning. So just being able to understand what they want out of the industry helps a lot.
Absolutely, man. That's you're so right, man. I couldn't. Yeah, I don't know if I could do it.
That's what I said. Like, I don't know if I could do it every day. I mean, I'm at the age where I could, but like I said, it's just very demanding. And this, like you said, you have to have that ability to. It's not, and I have the ability to give and want to give. So that side of me will be eager to pour into somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know how my DNA is. I just don't know if I can do it every day. You know, because
Lee, how many?
You have to have the love to do that every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. How can you encourage my man Ant to jump in, man? What encouragement Ant need to jump in? Ant would be an amazing giving teacher, man.
The biggest thing, man, is just be invested. Invest in people and love on them. And that's really the core of it. You can take away the books, you can take away the clippers, but love on people. Because again, everybody's pathway is different.
Yeah.
Everybody's lifestyle is different. But for me, it's the gratification of seeing these students after they leave. And one of the motivations that I have is having a student who starts with nothing and leave my establishment and go somewhere that's just like your spot, Reggie, and then I get a phone call back saying, I appreciate you. Thank you for giving me someone that is shot ready. So if I could, and that really goes a long way. So if I could tell you one thing, man, about the profession of instructing, is just take your time and really just love people, man. Get the books and stuff out of the way, man, and just love on their heart, because I promise you, it's so rewarding once they get their 1528. I go live quite often once my students receive 1528 because I see the excitement in them. I see the joy. I see the emotion of sacrifice. And I've lost more than I've won when it comes to students. And that's the part that people don't want to talk about. Right. Life happens, period. But those individuals that make it through the gauntlet, that is so rewarding. And it makes you feel like I'm grateful because you changed a life. You changed a life. And that person now is an entrepreneur that can go out and have the freedom. And that's what barbering is for me, freedom to do whatever that their heart desires.
Mm-hmm. See, my thing, Lee, I think when I say I couldn't do it every day, it's not the aspect of teaching, because like what you said, you got to love on people. And that's my thing, is like I attach to people on another level that most people don't. And what I'm saying is, so I have desire to help, you know what I'm saying, and to want to see people flourish and people grow. Whether I get anything out of it, I could do it for free. But my problem would be is when I'm on red and I come across those that are on red, and to see no matter what I do, you're going to go the opposite way. And I think for me it would be the disappointment or the hurt that would scare me the most, because I attach to people. So it's not the fact that I can't do it. It's just that I attach too much to people. Right. And seeing you go the other way when you got so much potential will hurt me every day. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, that's the part that I have the problem with.
I fight with that all the time, brother, all the time. And that's a real emotion, though. That's and it's good that you pick up on it because, like I said, it's a lot more to lose than win.
Right.
But being able to identify them early helps. And I say this to my students all the time. I don't get rid of you. You get rid of yourself.
Right.
Whether it's attendance, whether it's
that's real.
Just bad behavior, these students, and that's why first I have to label what you are in order for me to invest, because I'm the same way. Investment is a lot for me. Loyalty, all those adjectives to describe my heart, because it is a personal journey. Before I attach, I got to know that you're willing to give.
Right.
And a lot of people think that's selfish, but I need to see what you have to offer me in the program. One thing that I do like that I came from, it was all about family. And that's the environment that I try to create for the school, is a family environment, because you'll fight for your brother and sister. You will go to war for them.
Right.
And with that environment, they fight for each other. And if they see something's not going right, hey, they're willing to protect what they already established, what's already established. So the investment part is that once you've already created the environment of success, the ones that come in and try to do things differently, they're rooted out, not by me. They get rid of themselves. And also the students will speak up and say, hey, man, this is not the way we're doing it over here. And it makes it uncomfortable for those students to be there. And when they're uncomfortable, they don't last. Right. And I'm okay.
Lee, man, is there anything that you would like to see from the curriculum to be changed or improved upon?
Ooh, that's a great question. Due to COVID, man, we are still going through some changes right now, especially with state board testing. Yeah. With just everything. The world is changing, bro. The industry is really remolding itself right before our eyes. And if I could change one thing, it'd be the state board haircut.
I'm so glad they're allowing mannequins right now, bro.
Man, let me tell you, because it offers a different skill set. My students were having a hard time finding somebody that could actually grow their hair out. Not only grow their hair out, but not thin and all that good stuff. So the one thing that I would change has changed, but it also and I'm going to put this out here for the world to hear. Lower the price of mannequins, please. Like,
no, right?
How much the male mannequin in, like $80?
Man, easy, man.
But I would say though, man, buying a mannequin, bro, versus having to find a human model has been so much easier for a lot of people. Cause you know that struggle, man, finding the homeless person and having to get them a hotel room, promise to feed them and all that stuff, man. And they got to have ID. It was a whole lot of mess, man, back, before COVID. So I'm glad they're allowing mannequins. How you feel about them now traveling the state doing testing?
I'm a old school by heart. I was raised in the industry by older barbers. Mm-hmm. And what I understand, this is the way they used to do it when they were coming up. The examiners would go to their school and they do their testing that way. So again, nothing's being recreated. It just or nothing's being created. It's just going back to what is normal. And I think it's good, man, because I don't think it's fair. And I go to a few of the board meetings and I listen to the analytics of pass and fail rate. Mm-hmm. It's hard, man, to come from almost Tennessee to Raleigh just to get rejected.
Right. Oh my goodness, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes. Really. We right here and we feel their pain. Could you imagine them being in their shoes? Because you got to dedicate a whole day just to get here. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you got to come and spend the night.
Right.
Just so you can make sure you're there on time.
Right.
And $200 just to go home. I mean, that's it.
And they ain't trying to work with you either.
Oh, yeah. Then you got to take a walk of shame. And I call it the walk of shame, especially if your model get rejected. You know how you go into the practical room and then they go and measure you. Like, I'm sorry, it didn't make it. You have to go down that long hallway and out the back door. Oh, man.
Yeah. I'm so glad they changed that, bro. Yeah. Man, yes. I'm so glad they changed that.
I can't even imagine you spent the night, hotel room, the models you don't spend for, and then you get there and they tell you that they don't pass.
I would like to see more. Like, I remember going through school, we didn't have a lot of videos when it comes to curriculum. I'm sure like my ladies had video,
right?
But I don't recall seeing videos. Do y'all recall seeing like tapes or DVDs of haircuts or procedures?
It wasn't a lot, man.
I think
we were there, man.
We did a video when it came to like chemical service, I think it was. Mm-hmm. Other than that, because see, y'all had that hands on, so y'all had that, we didn't. So I think that was like the only time that we actually watched a video or something.
Gotcha. What about would you like to see some social media curriculum involved, Lee, or?
I would. I would actually invest into that. The only thing about that is just who gets the information. Right now, YouTube is winning. The internet is creating barbers, and that's a gift and a curse. Mm-hmm. Because they see the actual style, but they don't see the sanitation. If somebody can actually follow it to the T,
even now during the COVID, they're not even following it.
Yeah, man.
Right. And that's what really matters the most, because again, I tell my students all the time, my job isn't to teach you to cut hair. My job is to teach you to pass state board.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's
now,
it.
While you're in school, you need to create the relationships that are going to be beneficial to you to help you develop on that side. But my job is safety, sanitation, disinfection. That's what I teach. Now, during the time of you having a client, I'll show you some pointers to help you grow. But when I'm watching some of these YouTube videos, I don't see the proper safety and sanitation, which makes it kind of hard for an instructor to really develop a student, because they're already set on what they're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. And to go through a process. And I say this all the time, especially with my admin leader. I don't have an admin assistant. Amber Gilbert, shout out to her, and my right hand, Miss Shamika Harper. I tell them all the time, look, do not tear a student down unless you're willing to rebuild them.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, you have to reteach these students that's coming in that feel like they know what they're doing, and they've been doing it wrong for 10, 11, 15 years because they've been cutting at the house and teaching them about safety and sanitation. So if I could get a curriculum online that would allow a student to properly witness that video and not be brainwashed, for a lack of a better word, it would be great.
Mm-hmm. So, this is another question, man, I have for the school thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I know the state board has allowed for online classes, correct?
Correct.
How much are y'all doing in school still?
Okay. I can break that down. Let me tell you something. Shout out to all the instructors right now. Working online or working from home, from the theory aspect of things, it's tough. It is tough, man. We still have practical classes that we do in school. And again, that would be your, cutting and safety, sanitation, blood exposure, all that good stuff. But coming up the curriculum online and being able to give it to the students is really, really tough, man. It is really tough. We're incorporating everything from Blackboard to
mm-hmm.
Google Meet to just a lot of stuff, man. And one thing that the industry teaches you, again, because we teach mindset, we teach the lifestyle of barbering. A student has to learn to sit.
Right.
Because it's not going to be busy. These are the intangible things that you have to teach a student. But there's a lot of downtime because, again, you have to be so creative.
Yeah.
In this season to try to get that material out. And a lot of schools aren't taking clients, man.
Right.
So again, being able to have mannequins available when they're in school, you still have to social distance and make sure you're doing your PPE and all that good stuff, man. It can be challenging, and they're doing work. They are, but I definitely see a difference.
Good. Okay, that's good. That's good. I definitely had that concern about them not being able to do the practical side because of, like you said, they're not taking customers right now, and you still got the social distance. So I can imagine they're probably not even allowed to really cut each other. The mannequin hair ain't real hair. We even straight hair clients' hair is better than the mannequin hair, bro.
Right.
You can't do no mean fade on no mannequin. If you can, boy, you was a master. Like you Obi-Wan Kenobi. You Luke Skywalker, but that I know that has been a challenge for y'all, man. And I just want to salute y'all for still grinding through it, man. And like you talked about earlier, man, just your influence and your impact has to be top notch because of YouTube University and people
mm-hmm.
learning so much from YouTube. And that's one thing we're like around here, we're so adamant about is sanitation. Like, oh my gosh, I can show you how to cut hair. Like I can show somebody how to cut hair, but I also have to teach a lot of people how to stay clean. And it sucks though, man, because I would be honest, man, some people care about it, but not everybody care about it. And I was talking about the customers, not the barbers, the customers. Some customers just want to get a quick, easy, fast, beautiful, cheap haircut. They don't care about if things are clean. But they care about it after they have a breakout.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it don't be on the barber sometimes. I know a lot of barbers that clean their tools. And customers might get some bumps on the back of the neck. I'm like, well, if you got a bald fade, you can't have everybody just touching the back of your head and wearing all these dirty caps or whatever. But it seems like some people really don't care about the sanitation side of it. When I say people, like I said, I'm talking about customers. They just want a quick, fast, beautiful, but cheap haircut. And Yeah, I feel for those barbers have to feel like they can't stop and do the correct procedures because they're such in a rush to hurry up and get people in, get out. You know, the pressure, man. One thing you talked about barbering is freedom.
Mm-hmm.
We had a conversation a little bit while ago, man, talking about what is freedom. And a lot of people have different perspectives on it. I know some barbers who feel like they just want to come and go as they please. You know, that's what freedom means to me. I work for myself, so if the shop open at 8, I ain't got to be there because I have the freedom to go in when I want to. And I'm going to just get there at 1. And I can leave before, you know, the shop closes at 6. I can leave at 4 or 5. To me, that's, you know, man, what you say, I'm not getting rid of you, you getting rid of yourself.
Right.
I think a lot of barbers go in with that mentality that from day one, they don't have to put the work in or the hours in. They can just show up and make booth rent and keep it moving. How do we change those mindsets of the people before they get out of school? That like, bro, look, you're going to have to put in 6 days a week, 8 hours at first. Cause ain't nobody you ain't gonna be making the money.
Right.
How do we
the
get
way,
that?
The way we do that, me personally is holding the schools and the students accountable, especially with time. We have a start time and we have an end time. You get penalized for being late and you get penalized for leaving early. School, we try to, yes, it is school, but we try to recreate a shop atmosphere.
Yeah.
We first let them know, even school, this is a business. You're your own boss. And at the end of the day, if you're late, somebody has your client. It's a mentality, thinking. So if you're 10 minutes late for my class, I'm sorry, I'll see you tomorrow. Or you have to wait for your next class. And holding these students accountable, again, at that point of barbering, let them know that, okay, I have to be on time. And being in school, all it is muscle memory.
Yeah.
Being in school, your body is conducive. The rules that at Cheryl, hey, don't sit in those barber chairs. I mean, that goes of actually being in school. Those are certain things that you just remember that naturally kick in. So just being able to tell these students and developing that muscle memory early, and then having them understand that when you leave, you're going to a business, and business is open from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. Your time of work is 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. unless you are hired part-time. You have to be there. And what freedom means to me is time. And when you're able to manage your time to a point where you can actually make other investments or start other things, then that's freedom. Yes, barbering is an industry where you do have the freedom to go and to come, but it also starts with, like you said, the shop owner. That's that perspective. And with developing those students and having those students that's coming out of my program and understanding time, then they're able to be more effective in the industry.
Because you get what you put in.
Correct.
And freedom comes with responsibility.
Exactly. My thing is, we all can say time freedom, but to an individual, you got to understand what is time and what is freedom. That's a conversation we can have all day, but coming out of school, if you're not willing to put in the work, you're never going to get to the point where you can come and go. You know what I'm saying? Because you always going to have to invest before you get the reap of the labor. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if you're not putting that in, that time, the effort, the commitment, then what did you go to school for?
Right.
Because you ain't getting nothing out of it. And then you're mad when the next person take your client.
Oh, that's the worst feeling.
But you're not at work.
To go step out 1 minute and you see your client, especially as a new barber, you go out and go pay a bill and you come back and see your client in somebody else's chair, bro. That's like your girlfriend cheated.
It's all about sacrifice.
And time management for sure. And you know what, man? I worked at Cisco Food Service, and our our manager, our warehouse manager, came in, and I don't know why we had this meeting, but he asked, "Does anybody in here want to be their own boss?" And the guy beside me raised his hand. Boy, I put my head down like, oh snap. He said, "Sir, what is it that you want to do?" And the guy was like, "I don't know. I just know I don't want to work here forever." He was the only one that was outspoken. I give him props, but I knew he had a target on his back after that. But anyway, the guy said, "Let me tell you something. No matter what level you are, you're never going to be your own boss unless you know how to make your own, print your own money. You can exchange me for 1 million bosses. Right now, you work for me and I pay you, and all you have to do is answer to me and just do what I ask. But when you jump out there and you got to go get customers for yourself, they become your boss. They determine your paycheck. Exactly. They can fire you and hire you without will or any time. So I just want you to get that in your mind that, yeah, you might have the freedom to choose what customers you get, but they also have the freedom to choose who's going to do the work for them."
Right.
I was like, "Ooh." And I was mad at first, because I was like, you ain't tell your kids that. You know what I'm saying? But then I started thinking as I got older and more mature, like, man, that's so real. Like, if I work for a company, I just work for them. And they handle all the other stuff. I just got to please them and do my job and get out of there. But once I become my own boss and I have everything is on Reggie name, oh, man, you got 1,000 bosses now. And you got to please everybody.
Everybody.
Oh, man. Goodness gracious. Woo, Lee, man.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, being a boss ain't boy. It's rewarding, but I'll tell you, boy, people don't understand the pressures. So, right. Lee, man, thank you for building up the next generation of bosses, man, and the cats in this barber industry, man. Just before we get out of here, man, where do you see the industry going, man? You can talk about where you see the industry going, or you can talk about where you're going, where you're taking the industry to. Talk to us, man.
This stuff. I think honestly that the industry now is under a reset. And what I mean by that was it made everything a level playing field with COVID. I think the reset was something that was needed. There were too many people that were up and down, but there was no level playing field. I think this reset has given a different perspective of the industry for not just barbers, but for clients. It's hard to go 3 months without a haircut. And what that did was it brought the respect back to the industry. And with that reset, it's up to you how you're going to maneuver from this point forward. You can go back to your same ways that weren't working for you, or you can upgrade and really take it to the next level. And I think this reset was needed because now the customer, the people that pay for our lifestyle, have a different perspective of what a barber is. It's no more, hey, I need a haircut. Oh, you can't get me. All right, I'm going to move on. It really allows them to now see that, hey, man, I need a barber. I need a reliable barber. I need a clean barber. I need all those things that's going to help me be better. This reset was something that was needed. And I see the industry really going to the next level now because people are now understanding the value of barbering.
Yeah.
The value of the art form of barbering, the knowledge of barbering. Because you never miss anything until it's gone.
For sure.
That's right.
I think now we can literally be respected. We are more respected than what we were pre-COVID. But it's up to us and the future barbers, anyone that's listening to this, that there is a standard now. There was always a standard, but with the standard now, it has to be high. There was a few, and I thank God for being able to be raised in the industry by old school barbering. Guys, Mr. Rayshawn McCoy, 30 years, Mr. Wilson, 40 years, B.T. Hines.
Yes, sir.
25, 30 years in the industry. Chris Short. I mean, these people And it's hard to believe now that I am considered an old barber. But the same thing that they instilled in me, I want to push to the next generation. Because these people, Mr. Newkirk, I can't forget about him. Right. These people, Mr. Blaylock, and I could keep going on and on. These people really took the industry and they were the standard. And then something happened to the industry. It went down. But now I feel like it's the time to continue to raise the bar and to create these new barbers with that same type of old school feel that's going to take this and move it towards the next level. And especially with social media and everything that's out there now, man, this is a $1 trillion industry. And with this reset, I think people now can see it and believe it versus it just being something that people did. So that's why I see the industry. I pray that it continues to grow. I pray that that the barbers that are in it right now continue to do the best that they can do to change their world. But more importantly, man, just keep the integrity going in the industry, man. But I see this industry going to the next level right after. As soon as this thing is lifted, man, people are spending money. So they're spending the money, and you just have to be in position, and the professionalism have to be there in order to obtain it.
Absolutely. Only thing I don't like about what I see about the industry is it's less unity.
Right.
And when I say that, I ain't talking about just people getting along, but people working together. And I think we did a little bit better with working together, having a union or something where we can have a solid voice. I think we could really, really, really move mountains then in this industry. But I see so many barbers getting right out of school now, and I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I've seen barbers get right out of school and get a studio and not even have to work under, a master barber. And I see that, and it's like, man, not that I feel like they have to be on the master barber for a certain amount of time. I don't feel that, but I see a lot of mistakes in haircuts and in sanitation and just how they carry themselves. And they get in these studios spending $350 a week versus $175. They could be at a barbershop with walk-ins. And a lot of people get burnt out because they don't have what it takes to pay that booth rent and stay in it, or they don't have the support at home or whatever. And I just see, man, only if you just got into a barbershop with a real master barber that can teach you the game. And I want to see it more from the master barbers and the owners. Like, I want to see us own the building, not just the business. I want to start seeing us owning the building, man, and being able to really put more income or help generate more revenue in our communities, man.
And I think the part that you speak on about students going from school to studios, I think that those are the ones that got that skipped or didn't change the mindset, because that's a necessary thing. I mean, yeah, you got ownership, you got your own spot, but you're missing the principle and what is going to give you longevity in this business. And you need someone that can hone you, teach you, and to grow from. Then you go branch out on your own. But how can you pour into somebody else when you ain't even fill your own cup?
Right.
Boy, that erectile pillar must have just jumped up, brother. Ain't you speaking, brother? That is it, man. That is it.
How did I start this thing off? I said I would love to cut beside Lee, right?
Right.
Because I know I'm going to learn something. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think a lot of people miss out when they go right out of school to these studios. There's the ability to absorb and to transfer some energy. Like, that young energy is good for the old heads. You know what I'm saying? Dang, well, young boy, you got here before me this morning. All right, I see you. Oh, you sweeping the floor without me? Yeah, okay, I see you. Oh, you think you go win? Okay, you go be a master. You'll be all right. But the old heads teaching the game was just wisdom, like time management. Lee, I know you talked about barbers being lonely. Shout out to those spouses, the partners that were there for the up and coming foundation building barber, man.
Right.
Cause man, we had to put some hours in these shops, man, before we got to this point.
To my 12, 14-hour days.
Birthdays. Miss.
Yeah. Yes,
Oh, you work? It's a holiday. Why are you working? Because it's a holiday.
That's when we get paid.
It's your birthday. Why you ain't taking time off? Cause
right. And that's an intricate, man, especially with the development. I tell the students that all the time, and your spouse matters. And I thank God for my wife, Carmen, man, because she understands, again, this is a lifestyle. I'm the most popular person in the world, in my work.
For sure.
And with that being said, she has to understand, even with relationships, and thank God I'm over that part of my life with, and she's not an insecure woman at all, but these people pay for our lifestyle, and she bought into it knowing. And I asked her when we first got married, I said, "Are you able to handle this lifestyle?" And she said, "Yeah, of course." But she didn't know what it entailed. It's a lot that goes into being a barber because you're not home,
right?
And once you set your foot in the industry and you planted it, it gives you opportunity for more freedom. But at the same time, when that phone rings, you got to go.
Right.
You have to be available. Now you can be a little bit more strategic once you got your gears in on how you handle that. But when you're a young barber and you're in a rocky relationship, man, and you got to get out of the house at 5:30 in the morning, or you got to stay till 10, it can be quite draining.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to Carmen, y'all, man. Being a real MVP, man.
Right.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I've had the bad, and now I'm just blessed to have a wife that not only does she support me at home, but she support me in business. And my wife is usually here at the barbershop when I'm here as well, and just trying to cover me and support me in every way, man. So though, having that spouse that understand and was willing to jump in with you and make it so you don't feel alone at it, or don't feel like, somebody's working against you. That's a big thing, man. And, ooh, boy, that's rough, boy. Cause I've been that barber, man, that was in the grind, man. And the woman I was with, I knew what was going on, but we argued every weekend, bro. She wanted, after me working for 14 hours on a Friday, she still wanted me to go out with her to the club. I'm like, do you not understand all my money that I've made went to your house? Like, I paid a lot of your bills. I helped you get your credit cards taken care of. All I want to do on a Friday night is just go to sleep because I got to be up at 5 o'clock again Saturday morning. Can we go out Saturday night? Can we do something Sunday? No, you make time for everybody else. I'm like, but that's what my job is, girl. Thank God I ain't got that mess in my life anymore, boy. I had to go through it, though, to appreciate what I got now, man, for sure. But, yeah, man. Whew. Man, how can people find you, man? Oh, man, Ant, you want to hear something crazy?
What's that?
Lee, how much
Yes, sir.
How much does barber school cost for a student?
Now, it's right at about 30-something, man. I'm thinking, yeah, about 30-something. I don't deal with the finances for the most part, but without financial aid, it can cost up to $30,000, man.
Man, I almost slapped my microphone.
Man, my job was I think it was like 2 G's when I went, two something.
I paid about $7,000. $7,000.
Yeah, mine was it was right at almost $3,000 when I went to school.
Lee, man, you know my man Swindell Isler out there at what's that school he at? Snow Hill. He had that Lenore.
Yeah, Lenore County.
Are you familiar with my man Swindell?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, do you know how much that school costs out there, man?
How much is it, brother?
$900.
Oh my God! Yes, sir. I have to go back to Boston.
What? I can make that drive.
What?
Yes, sir.
And he said he still have an issue with people showing up to school.
Wow.
Business
because
school.
of the area. It's the mindset.
Or not being able to afford it. I'm like, man, that's crazy. If they only knew, man, what we paid out of pocket, bro, and what people paying up this way, man. Whew. Yeah, man. Goodness gracious. Lee, man, how can the folks find you, man, on social media, man? We got some people, man, that's listening to this podcast, so probably considering becoming barbers, man, and want to, take the right path, man. So how can they reach you, man?
You can reach me at Facebook at Lee McCullers.
Mm-hmm.
You can reach me on Instagram at Master Barber 2, MasterBarber_. YBFD. They can reach me. I don't think I do a TikTok or anything else like that. But again, Facebook, Lee McCullers, LeeMcCullers. Or you can hit me on the website at LeeMcCullers.com.
Awesome. And Lee, man, what can we do, man, myself and other barbers that's in the industry right now, man? What can we do to help with your vision and your, the things that you got going on? How can we help you?
And first of all, just continue to pray for me, man. I'm in the trenches. I am down there with the students, and I'm trying to create a better product of Barber for the shop owners. So that you need to, or someone that want to go to school, just send them my way, man, and let them know that they're going to be covered, they're going to be held accountable. But most importantly, I say this all the time: I change lives, I win. And what I mean by I take the pride out of it. I mean the team that I have. Winning is a mindset, losing is an option. There you go again. But it's all about the atmosphere. So if you know anyone that's looking and that is willing to invest in themselves,
absolutely,
serious about it, send them my way, and I'll make sure that they're covered, and I'll make sure that their dreams become a reality. Because again, man, I have an addiction to people. I have addiction to love. I have an addiction to make people better, man. I think, and I got to say this before I get off, that I am grateful. And I mentioned these people before, Amber Gilbert and Shamika Harper and Susan Johnson. These people allow me to be free. They allow me to do it my way. And with that being said, I have an admin assistant, Ms. Gilbert, that is, and she's my left hand. She's left-handed. I call her my left hand. She is super organized, super on top of it, man. She is one of those people that, much don't get by her. If I don't know, that's what I'm going to. Then I have Miss Harper. She's right-handed. She's my right hand. She has a master's in education. So therefore, she knows your learning style. If she doesn't know it, she can figure it out. These people, literally, she does the education. Amber told the admin stuff, and I had the freedom to give the industry as from a barber, and that feels so fantastic to be covered in those many facets, man. So that's it, man. Just send them my way, man, and keep praying for me, and that's it, man.
That's what's up, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. I love it, man, because teamwork make the dream work. You can go so much further with a good team in that organization. It allows you to be the talent and the visionary, man. So I really love it, man. That's what's up, man. We had Lee McCullers on the show today, man. And how you feeling about it, man?
Great, man. It's a great opportunity to listen to him and to learn and have a different perspective on, different topics and ownership and teaching, and
for sure.
It's great, man.
You know what we didn't ask him?
What
was that one haircut that changed his life, man, that got him motivated to become a barber, man?
Right.
Oh, wow.
What? Let's cut this music off. We can't get out of here. What was that one haircut, good or bad, that was like, man, I got to learn how to cut hair?
I'll tell you right now, man, I remember it and never forget it ever in my life. I was 8 years old, man. And at the time, Cheryl's was right around the corner, and we used to have to go to Cheryl's to get a haircut. But it was my birthday. And I had to go to Cheryl's, but my dad went to Newkirk.
Oh, man.
Bless her, God rest her soul, was cutting his hair. And I would go in when he would get his haircut. And, man, I saw BT for the first time. Oh, my goodness. To this day, I tell BT, bro, you changed me. But every time that I would go, man, I would see him cut. He would have a line. I'm talking about the shop would be packed. But for him, that's a Newkirk for the most part. And, man, I had the opportunity to sit in his chair, man. And, man, he gave me one of the best days I ever had in my life. And from that point on, I fell in love with Barber.
That's what's up.
even in barber school, man, and I'll say this, barbering school was a grind. It was a sacrifice. I didn't live too far from the school, so every day I had to walk to school, right? And school started promptly at 8 o'clock. So I would leave my house about 6:45, get to trooping, and I would get up there to Longview Shopping Center, and it would be two people in the shop. It would be BT and Mr. Newkirk. And, man, I would go in because I would get there about 7:30, and I would just sit in and I would watch. I would watch him. And I did this for about a month straight, and then finally, and this is what barbers need to understand, the power of influence that you have on people. I would sit there and just watch him cut, watch Mr. Newkirk cut. And then one day he invited me to stand beside him. Oh, my goodness. To do a fade, man. And that right there is what really drew me in. And that's when he became my mentor. And he helped develop me. Every day from that point forward, I would make it my business to leave home at 6:30 so I could get there by 7 and just watch and allow him to deposit in me, him and Mr. Newkirk. But yeah, I never forget, I was 8 years old, man, and BT gave me a fade, and I was in love.
That's amazing, bro. We gotta get BT on, man.
Yeah, we do.
That's a legend, bro. God, man. I ain't never had a BT haircut either, man. And I've known this guy for a while, man. I gotta set it up. I gotta, that's how we're gonna do that show, man. I gotta get a haircut from him and just that's how we're gonna do the podcast with BT, bro.
Right.
We gotta get blessed from that. That's amazing, man. That's what's up. Hey, man, it's been a pleasure, Lee, to have you, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for sharing that story, man. That's amazing, man. And my man was getting up at 6:30 as a kid to learn how to cut hair, man. Just to be, man. You see why he great. You see it. Hey, man, Lee, man, thank you again, man, for coming on to the podcast, man. We're just honored to have you and just blessed, man, to have brothers like you in this industry, man. So keep up the good work, man, and we'll holler at you later, bro.
Hey, brother, I appreciate the opportunity, brother. And blessed, man, Reggie. Continue to do great things, man. You are shaking up the industry. I believe in you. I believe in your vision. I believe in your dreams, man.
Thank you, bro.
Man, I'm going to make it my business to stick my head in more often and just say hello, man. How you doing personally? Not really. I mean, business is good, but I enjoy you, man. I appreciate your presence, man.
Thank you, man. I got to do the same for you, too, man. We just going to have to pop up down there at the school, man, one day, man. And man, let me come to you before you come to me. Can we make that deal?
Most definitely.
I got something beautiful to do, man. I've done it at another barber school, and it was game changing, bro. So I got to do it with your school too.
Yes, sir. Most definitely, bro.
I'll tell you about that later on, man. We actually go film this joint too when I come. Oh, it's gonna be great. Hey, Lee, thank you again, bro, man. Have a blessed day, man.
All right, man. Y'all be easy, man. God bless.
Man, that was a great conversation.
It was.
Like, we had barbers talk about, they went through traumas to be inspired to cut hair. He just talked about just getting the best haircut he ever had in his life, and that barber influenced him and impacting his life just from a single haircut. And I think sometimes we forget about how impactful we are as barbers, especially to kids. We have a client to come in weekly, and two of her boys come in. Mm-hmm. And I talk to these young brothers about challenging their mindset on what they're going to do after school. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, college ain't for everybody. I'm not that person. I think college has a lot for everybody. Maybe not just the degree, whatever, but the experience. Mm-hmm. But I think some people go in and choose the wrong careers, right? Well, anyway, I tell all these kids, consider computer science, IT, cybersecurity. Wake Tech has a program. It's like $1,900. It's cheap as I don't know what for 2-year program. I want to say it's about $3,500. But you can make like entry level $75,000 after a 2-year degree and get job placement. So I've been feeding this to a lot of different young kids, that's in high school, middle school. Hey, check out cybersecurity. You get to work from home, get a lot of money, 4 days a week, full benefits. this young lady called or texted me last night. Was like, hey, my son came up to me. Was like, he's really interested in this cybersecurity thing that he talked to Mr. Reggie about. Because Mr. Reggie explained to him that it's only a 2-year program at Wake Tech. They're going to train me on everything I need to know. They're going to help me find a job. And the pay is like $75 coming out of school. And you can make up to $200,000 and work from anywhere in the world. And, man, to get that text last night and for the parent, be like, yo, I really appreciate you talking to my son about that. That jump meant a lot to me last night. And I think a lot of times we forget how impactful we are. Even down to just giving them kids the Hot Wheels.
Exactly.
To see how, man, that changed their day and how they look forward to being around us. Now they trust us. So what we say is,
we have to be very cautious what we say.
Right. But the life we can speak into them now because they trust us, man, it's crazy. I love it, man. Barbering, man, changed my life. And I'm so glad that I have this opportunity to impact and influence so many different people, man.
It's actually a t-shirt that say that.
Right.
Barbering changed my life.
Barbering changed my life, man. Talk to us, man. You could close it out, man.
Man. I just want to say, man, since we had a so impactful guy, let me leave you with this one.
You dropped some knowledge today, bro.
I'm gonna leave
we got to make some t-shirts off this stuff you said today.
I'm gonna leave you with this. Either you run the day or the day runs you, man. You got to choose the right race. Life is not a sprint; it's a marathon.
That's my boy. I love it, man. This has been another episode of the Better Barber Podcast. It's your boy Reggie Winston. I got my player partner, Amazing Ant. Go follow us on Instagram, Reggie_Winston, Amazing Ant MLB. Man, and on Clubhouse. I'm trying to get in Clubhouse. I'm still waiting on my invite. But yeah, man, we just appreciate y'all, man. And we expect you to get better from this conversation we just had. Shout out to Lee McCullers and all the other instructors out there, man, who are in the trenches on a daily basis trying to inspire the next professional barber, man. So yeah, we out of here, Ant.
Let's go.